They say, nay, but as a captain of the host. You know what a host is? A host is not a person. A captain of a host, right? They are captains of 50. They are captains of 100. He says, I am a captain leading and host. There are many with me. So I'm not the only one. I'm just their captain. You will soon see them appear soon. Just in case you want to start something funny. They will appear. How many of you realize an invisible army of Israel? When Elijah was going, Elisha shouted, my father, the chariots and the horsemen thereof. We now find out that prophet in the Old Testament was a man that carried angelic host with him. A prophet carry armies. That's why, look at me. Be very, when you discern that someone is a prophet, be careful about what you say. Be very careful. Because many of them don't walk alone. They are walking with hosts. I'm telling you something. The first time the word prophet was used in scripture, it was referred to Abraham. Abraham did not notice that he did not prophesy. Did he prophesy? In fact, he was in sin. According to scripture, he lied that this woman was his wife. I mean, this woman was his sister. Meanwhile, do you know what God told Pharaoh? He said, you better return his wife back to him, for he is a prophet. There is something with this guy. And then there's another kind of thing working with him. Be careful. And those were the things that shut down the womb of everybody in Israel. They became barren. That was why when David was dancing as a prophet of the Lord. And his wife, the wife of his wife, which is Saul's daughter, looked at him. Because her father did not have regard for the presence of God. There was no value in Saul's heart for God's presence. David had value for presence. So she despised David's dance. Why is this guy dance? Imagine a king, because those days king don't dance like that. So look at the king just jumping up and down. Is he a crazy person? He's dancing and he's almost getting naked before his subject. What's wrong with this guy? Something is wrong with him. The Bible did not say she said it. He said she despised him in her heart, and they saw it. And then till she died, nothing came out of that womb. The womb was shut down. I'm not scaring you, okay? Please. Are we together? But what saying is what I am saying. You remember when they attacked Elisha, what happened? Imagine soldiers came and Gehazi went and said, hey, we are surrounded. Prophet, come see. He laughed. He said, go open his eye. This guy is so blind. He has been working with me, but he's so blind. One of the privileges, if you honor a prophet, one of the gifts you get is the gift of sight. Give you sight. Oh boy. Do you understand? So he says, God, even though whether Gehazi was qualified or not, he said, God open his eye, that he might. And then when his eye got open, he was shocked. He saw the host. So anywhere Elisha is going, some things are following him. And there's a captain. And then do you know what he did? The angelic host just blinded the eyes of the other soldiers. Do you know what he did? Imagine your eyes blinded, and then it was a state of stupor they came into. And then he started carrying them. Follow me. And all of them followed him. Carried them to where he wants them and dropped them. Surrounded them, gave them to their enemies. Say, take. So Israel did not need it. Because one man has the whole army of Israel with him. That means the other armies were just chilling in the days of Elisha. Because this guy carried the spiritual host of Israel. So Joshua had been fighting wars. Now he has come before Jericho, and this is difficult. He cannot do it on his own. He had to align with the angelic host of God over Israel. There was an army that works with Israel, and God wanted him to